The following video was pre-recorded on twitch.tv/codedman9000. More information on the stream times at the end of the video. Death. Something the citizens of Shady Acres knows too well. Due to an unknown disease rapidly progressed by the city's expansion rate, and left with nothing else to do, the citizens take to the streets. They rush to the transportation center to take buses to the Chirp X Space Center. Large lines queue for the citizens' chance to escape the planet. The Chirp X Space Center, the last hope, is a place housing the space rocketing program. The city's survival, or even the planet's survival, relies on the Chirp X's Kerbal Space Program to teach us how to fly across the stars. With the help of SpaceX Kerbal Space Program, we will first learn how to fly a rocket. Next, we will learn how to fly in lower planet orbit before continuing to full planet orbit. After learning orbit travel, we only have one more thing to do: space travel. Hello and welcome to a Twitch Plays Along series called Stone to Space. Today we're in Chapter 3, Space Travel. Today we are playing Kerbal Space Program. I should probably go to this one. That has more money. That has more money. I'm just gonna go to the loading screen and then go back into it. I remember it being strange for me when you set it up. I thought it was on, but it wasn't showing. Okay. I also deleted all the extra saves, so the first time we played Kerbal Space Program, where we were in sandbox mode, I got rid of that. That's why there's only one coded space program. And then I also got rid of all my test loads because I don't need to test anymore. I'm cool. That was for, I'm forgetting her name. In Willow's chat, there's somebody that can't message because Twitch is requiring them to have a phone number attached to their account in order for them to talk. Caraquin? I made it for people that are in that situation with Caraquin, I think. So if I just go back... That loaded after I hit space. That's not what I want. Okay, hold on. We gotta find out which autosave is the one that I actually need. I'm gonna guess this one, and that's new. But then again, the times are different, so I'm gonna do this one. You should 100% be able to see the 10,000 redeem for... This is not where I wanted to be. Okay, hold on. We're gonna get there eventually. It's gotta be this one, because it's the next. It's 3 minutes later. There we go. Now, what I want to do is just this. Just pause the game. Because I wanted to see if we were in orbit or not, and I don't think I can pause the game and see if we're in orbit. Guess I just click on this. We are in orbit, so... I have a little bit of fuel left in this rocket. I'm going to try to get us in line with the orbit. As much as I can. That's close enough. Okay, so if we look at the contracts, which I looked at a little bit beforehand, we have one for testing a decoupler while on an escape trajectory out of Kerbin. So that's going to be needed to be put on our rocket that we send as a flyby to Mun. We also have this one, explore Kerbin, transfer any crew between vessels near Kerbin, and then return them from orbit. So we need to leave this rocket here with all the science stuff in it. Actually, if I take a second, we're going to go and make sure that I have the science prepared. Looks like I did this one already. And I know for sure we've done pressure outside. Our atmosphere, yep, that's 0. We've done the goo multiple times. But we still have +1, so I will keep it. And then lock temperature. Temperature has already been done. Okay. So I'm going to make sure to select all. We'll have that for when we re-enter. And now I am going to leave this rocket here, orbiting space. There's 2 people inside. We have Jebediah being our main pilot. Then we also have Bob Kerman, which is our scientist. So what we're going to do with the second rocket is attempt to take Bob out. And then return with that first rocket. And then we're going to come back for Jebediah and try to land that rocket. I'm not entirely sure how we're going to be able to do this. But I think that's what we have to do for this, because it says transfer any crew between vessels. Unless it means just switching Bob with Jebediah within the ship. Should probably try and test that. How do I do that? Because it could just be this button. So now they're both not in the pilot seat. But it doesn't seem like that worked. If I click here, we do transfer crew. If I put Bob into pilot seat, it does not count. So it appears that I need a second rocket orbiting with this rocket. Vessel to vessel transfer, not inside same. That's what I was just testing out to make sure. So what I want to do is transfer Bob back. And then Jebediah back into the cockpit. Or pilot seat, I mean. I should probably make sure that we did an EVA, but I'm pretty sure we did an EVA. Yeah, we've done EVA. Back in. I should probably do a crew report. Just to make sure that we've done that. Pretty sure we did everything. Oh, we didn't do a crew report in space. Okay. Could have sworn we did. Can I do 2 crew reports? Can. Cool. We'll add them back in here. Select all. Oh, it's just 1 crew report. No matter how many people. Okay. I guess technically you could have just done a rescue mission. That would probably take care of this too. That's kind of what I'm going for. I don't really want to, like, leave the rocket out here. So I want to attempt to take it back, but if we can't, it'll be a rescue mission. I do have enough fuel in this rocket to turn us, hopefully, back to the planet. Not actually sure, because there's not that much fuel, and I just realized that it's only that 1 rocket. Let's say that's turned off. I want us to stay in line. Even though it doesn't do anything for our trajectory, doesn't really affect us, it's just how we're rotated against the planet. So anyway, I need to figure out how to get back to the planet while in this view, because I haven't done that before. Oh, it is. Okay, it's part of escape. So we are going to make a rocket that is pretty much just transportation, no science required. I'm going to call this the rescue rocket, and what I want to do is first pull up the current rocket in orbit, which should be orbit Mark II. It has the extra science. Yes. So all we're doing is taking things off of this. Zoom in. We have the extra parachutes. I don't need this. More of this. For this temperature gauge. I also don't need these, so I'm going to put that there. Just want the parachute, but I guess I can't take it off in that way. Let's just put a new parachute on. No big deal. And I want this to only pop out at 2000. Anything else I need to change? We need this for the second crew person to get in here. Oh, we don't need the science lab. The junior thing. Oh, that didn't take the decoupler with it. Let me put this back on. I meant to click the decoupler. There we go. Take this off. Put this whole thing back on. Either escape and that button, or there's also the hidden button under the middle screen border while in flight. A stable orbit, the option for return to camp. is... Really? We'll have to see. We'll have to try and look for that button just in case I need it later on. So, within this rocket, we have our 2 main boosters, then we have this third rocket, and then within this decoupler is our actual third rocket. In stages, our third rocket. That's actually our fourth. Hopefully this is lighter, so the extra propellant that we have now, compared to our Mark 1, should help us catch up with the other rocket. That's the same place where you can recover it. Oh! Oh, that's even easier to figure out where it is. Okay. Thank you for pointing it out. Welcome in, by the way. I didn't say that it was your first time chat, so welcome in. Okay, we're gonna call this the rescue rocket. And then hopefully this will be enough. If not, we're gonna have to edit it. We have 2 side parachutes. We have an antenna that we probably don't need. I'm gonna leave it on there anyway, just in case. It's not really gonna hurt us that we have it. Should I put a heat shield on the top, just in case? I'm gonna do that just in case. Probably won't matter, and I also don't remember where it is. Probably in thermal. Definitely want this one. Smaller size. So this is just in case we go nosedive into the atmosphere when we get there. So I'm gonna save this. We'll edit it eventually at some point. I'm gonna attempt a first orbit, and then we'll see where the other rocket is. I'm not gonna try and plan out getting there exactly. Near Kerbin, so it's not needed, but well, why not? Okay. So let's see how well we do on this. Need to make sure that we have full throttle for our second stage rocket. And I'm also surprised that with physics in this game being very well, that it doesn't like tip over the rocket with one engine being down and go on the sides. I'm surprised. I don't think we had any issues with rotating this rocket because we added all these extra fins that are probably unnecessary. But what I wanted is fins on every rocket stage. That's why there's fins here, here, and at the top. Physics are strong in the rocket. Okay, do we need these set up differently? We probably shouldn't have... no, this is okay. This is kind of what I wanted. So those decouplers are for the side engines, and then it turns on the same engine at the same time. This third stage, I wanted them separately in case we are just cruising with that last engine. We don't actually need to use it right away. This one we do have to use right away. I do want these together. I think you used to have gantries, but I don't remember what gantries. Spacing out on the definition. Like, I know what a gantry is, but at the same time, I'm just brain fog. I think we should be okay. The scaffolds rockets are in before they launch. Okay, so what you might be remembering, if I'm thinking right, is when we were playing sandbox mode, we had the whole entire launch platform upgraded. It probably had a gantry. This isn't fully upgraded, so we haven't had one here. If it's the thing, like you said, keeps rockets upright, I guess, before we take off. I think I have them unlocked in some way. I could probably add it to the rocket and it would be placed here and then break off when we go into orbit or shoot off, but I don't think I need to use it. I'm just surprised that physics automatically don't need it. Anyway, we are procrastinating enough, so let's start going. I'm gonna start rotating us. It's very slow. We're also spinning a little bit, which is something I haven't been able to figure out why we're doing that. Doesn't really bother me, but it's just something I don't understand why we're rotating. And it's very hard to turn. So if I start going up at this point, or if I just fight the rotation, it actually angles us correctly. Okay, that's the first rockets. So if I set into the next one, it broke them off and started the next rocket. And I want this open so that I can see our highest point, and I'm going to turn the rocket off and then turn. So what I've been doing for our upper point is going to roughly 75 or 78 between those two numbers. Because it seems to work well when we're trying to bring up our highest point. Right about now, I turn it off, and then I rotate the ship. So that we can bring the air. And I don't think I need this rotated the way that I'm putting it, physics-wise. But for me, it makes it easier for me to understand. If I keep the blue up top, that's, you know, atmosphere, and the bottom is... But you could, of course, rotate your ship with this being upside down, brown on top. Okay, this should be enough. All we need to do now is to get our lower number. I have a hard time saying this word, periapsis? Periapsis? That thing. That's the lowest point. We're going to get that above 70 kilometers, and then that brings this rocket into an orbit. We're going to burn through the entire second rocket, and we're probably going to have to apply the third rocket. I didn't mean to hit space. I meant to hit Z. I don't think I did an autosave. So we're just going to revert flight, and then I'm going to save when we get into this in-between stage part. Revert to launch, and we'll do this again. That happened a lot last time, too, where I kept pressing spacebar instead of Z. Turn on the rocket. Anyway, try it again. I'm going to immediately start trying to rotate the ship before the ship itself starts spinning in air, which it's starting to do now. Actually, not that bad, though. So I am generally confused on why it was spinning. We're also bending down more than I want to, and I'm trying to fight it. We're almost at 50%. I might have to redo this. If I break off and we go to the second stage. We should be okay at this point. Turn this back on so I can see our highest point. And then this time, I'm keeping my thumb off the spacebar. I'm gonna go back up to about 75 kilometers. Maybe a little bit more, maybe a little less. There's no, like, exact number. As long as I'm above 70, we're fine. But I also don't want to go too far past 70 to where our highest point is very high up. I'll go a little bit more. Okay, I'm gonna rotate the ship. We're gonna do a quick save. And then I'll continue on with the stages. That's good. I'll rotate the globe just for my own better understanding. Started tilting upwards for some reason. We're nowhere near the point that we need to be. I also need to wait until we get above 70 kilometers before I turn on the rockets, which I just remembered. So if I remember, F5 is quick save. Yes, it is. Awesome. And then F9 is quick load. So we're going to test that out because I haven't done that before. So I am going to put just one finger on the keyboard on Z so I don't actually enter a different stage. Then we're going to burn the rest of this rocket out. Hopefully we don't use a lot of the other engine so that we can catch up to our rocket that's already in orbit. So, turn this on. This should be bringing up our lowest point. It's bringing up our high point too. Not sure why I did that. Anyway, next stage. Turn on that rocket. Our lower number is flying up now. I am having a hard time keeping the rocket level with the planet. I see that there's another first-time chatter, and I can't read your message just right now. Get a little bit more. Alright, that's a stable orbit. It's a very high upper point, but it's at least a stable orbit. Hello there, new here. What is the mission about? Right now, we're trying to do this contract that I haven't attempted yet, where we transfer crew from our first rocket in orbit to this rocket, and then we take them back. And I just got the second rocket into not a very good orbit, but at least an orbit. If I go into M, we should see the other rocket. That's actually pretty far away. And I don't know at this point how we catch up to them. I think we just need a larger engine idea. How do I tell which one I'm currently looking at? I'm guessing it's the blue line. Yeah. Now, there are 2 points where we could collide. Next time you see the APA ascending way, just time warp closer to it instead of burning more. It's true, I didn't get closer to the point. I mean, the highest point at the beginning was at 77 kilometers, and I got to 76 as I was doing it. But when we got this rocket up with the better orbit, in my opinion, I was in this view, so I could see it actually changing correctly. I think I might want to do that for the next try. I probably should have also waited until this rocket was closer to the station, so that by the time I got this one in orbit, we would already be closer. Is there an oxygen level for the Kerbals? Like, if I take out the scientists off of this rocket and just leave them in space, will they die? Lower left is a timer. That's true, I forgot that we have a timer, because we just unlocked that in the last stream. Not in stock KSP? Does that mean they won't die in space? Oxygen is included. They never die just from floating in space. Okay, so I could get the scientists just flip. Is there a way to see the... Before I do this. Because it sounds like the best idea for me, to where I don't have to set up, like, restart our orbit. If I send out a Kerbal out of this rocket and just leave them somewhat, like, right here, will I see their icon? That will be a really, really small target. That is, but I will see an icon for them. Okay, we're gonna attempt to do this. I'm gonna do an autosave. So we have 2 rockets in space. Then I need to remember how to switch to the other rocket. Switch to. Oh, that's easy. We're gonna attempt this idea, because I want this rocket to be able to fly back down if possible. Which I'm not actually sure if we have enough fuel to go back down, so we might end up... We're gonna first do my first idea, get Bob outside, and have him float in space for a little bit. I'm just having fun with it, because I haven't tried it. So I want this person to do an EVA. Automatic EVA disabled. Activate the hatch. What? Do I have to put you in here and then send you out? Because I can do that. That's easy. Right click, not. I already forgot where the transfer crew button is. There it is. Transfer to here. And then I want Bob just to try this. Okay, now Bob is in the cockpit, and he should be able to go out. And then base is to let go. I want to click you, put you in the cockpit. Okay, so Bob is now in space, just floating here. How do I go back to piloting you? That's not what I want to do. What does that mean? I don't know the terms of the game yet. How do I go back to controlling you? Upper right. This number. Okay, so it's the amount of repellent. Which with square brackets. This. So now I'm looking at... Awesome, thank you. DV is how much speed they had. Okay, so if I go to M, am I still in control of that person? I feel like I want to see if I can control them to go backwards. So what I want to do is keep the planet on the right side. Because we're going to play around. It's not moving anywhere. I can't even rotate them. R? Oh, thank you. So I'm going to have a bit of fun and see what we can do with this. And hopefully he doesn't go back into the atmosphere. In the second icon upper right. Whoop. Clicked out of the game by accident. Like this? Oh, that's not what And we are losing atmosphere. I don't think this is going to be strong enough for us not to lose height. I'm trying anyway. Click the second item. Where does it put that then? Oh no. Whoa, what happened? I don't know which way I'm supposed to be rotated. I'm also not very far away from the other rocket, apparently. The other rocket I can't see anywhere. This is not the best idea, and I see that now. I'm just trying to move moving me? Is there a way to see it moving me? I go this way. Sure, he wouldn't survive ranching. Yeah, my whole idea here was to try and get him to fly away from the ship so that our other ship could come closer to him. But this isn't actually working the way that I thought it would. I point away from the... We go this way. Or would it be up? Think we're going the right way now? No, it's gotta be... We both are parking near to each other. Yeah, we're gonna... reload. Wait, what? Oh, hold F9. So this is us back when we had both rockets in orbit, I hope. Yep, we just got the second rocket up here. I'm gonna fast forward a tiny bit and see if they even get close to being near each other. I don't want to go too fast in case they end up colliding. Because there are 2 points in the orbits where they look like they get close enough to hitting each other. You know what would be better to do? Focusing on the planet, and then I can speed up and watch the 2 ships going around. You catch up on chat. Welcome in, another first-time chatter. The other ship is on a smaller orbit, so it'll go around the planet faster. That's true, I knew that ahead of time. Doing some maneuvers eventually. If you expand that orbit data button, reveal tabs to view encounter data. I don't know what button you're talking about because it's my 4th time playing the game. So I don't know too much about what each button does. Which button is the orbit data button? The purple one, I mean? Maneuver? No, that's not. I don't think it's either of these. Oh, it is the purple one? Okay. Okay, we're gonna go back into fast forward a bit. Then at the top of the window that appears are... Get to target in target first? Yeah, I'm just gonna keep fast forwarding until we get closer to each other because I don't know... If I target the ship, I can see what you guys are talking about. Orbits, including markers for how close 2 ships will get. Alright, gotcha. So I want to go back to rocket. I want to warp there. Why can't I click on the rocket? I can't click on either rocket. Okay, that one I can. Okay, so I'm guessing AN is the lowest point? No, that can't be the lowest point. Because this would be the closest area. That gives it to the planet. I want to go back to the ship and I don't remember how to do that. AN and DN are inclination points where your orbital planes intersect. The orange markers, those are the closest pass. That's the closest to... No, that can't be the closest to the planet. This is. Between the two ships. I don't know how to get rocket back in view. Click on it, it will indicate all data of the physical markers. The toggle map or docking mode? Oh, there we go. That brought me back. Oh, still focused on the plane. Okay, so what I think you guys are explaining is that over here at this orange marker is where they intersect the closest? Oh, are they on different heights? They are rotated a little bit. Okay. That makes it easier for me to understand. I thought they were on the same plane because I was looking at this differently. So they're set on different angles. There's also a Clink in chat if anyone wants a gear as a Pokemon. So I just need to wait until this point. Oh. Okay, I get what you mean. The two rockets will hit each marker. Is there something that tells me when they would be closest to each other? Or am I misunderstanding something? Because I'm guessing this one means that this rocket will be way over there, and this rocket will be way over here. I'll update and show you where the next time you get closest will be. Okay. Each go around, the orange markers are as close as you get. I'm understanding a little bit more. So it's going to keep changing for each orbit that they go around. So this rocket has to do a full loop around to get to this point by the time that guy gets here? But another go around it too. The markers will be much closer to each other. Okay, so they're going to keep getting closer in this angle here. If I just fast forward more. Because this rocket's going to pass that one. Then I guess come back to it and the markers will change. Oh, that's too fast. Didn't mean to go that fast. Can't read is DN or AN your furthest out. Well, DN is out here. AN is way over here. 14 hours later and 30 passes. Yeah, I'm gonna redo the save just so that we didn't spend that much time. And then we'll turn that thing back on. And now I'm not focused on the planet, so that helps me. I just set that as target. Okay, now we're back to square one. So hopefully this will make it easier for me to understand. Have to do some little normal burn to align the planes. Gotcha. I'm not sure which direction to burn it though. I guess retrograde to bring the circle in closer. No, retrograde would bring in the lowest point. burning up to this point. Why are we also spinning? Relative to ground. Up or down relative to the poles. Okay. I think this is the North Pole here. Not sure what else that would mean. I don't want to go too much faster, because as you saw, it flung us around a few days. Make a maneuver at the end. Okay, this I should understand if I mess with it a little bit. It should get me... I don't think that's the right way. I think what you guys are saying is the purple. Whoa. Trying to see... Rotate. How do I know when it's properly aligned before I do this? What I meant by a fun one. There's no up in space. I get what you mean. I feel like I should... pin DN or AN label. And move. I don't know how to pin label, being honest. And just have a good day, everyone. Marker numbers when it's 0 degrees, that's perfectly aligned. I don't know where to look, though. I guess when I click on this, it tells me a degree somewhere. Right-clicking on it doesn't do anything. You can add another maneuver, but I don't think that's what you guys meant. I feel like this would be a lot easier if I focus on the planet. Right-clicking pins the numbers. That's what I was hoping. But right-clicking doesn't seem to do anything. Unless I'm just misunderstanding, and this is DN here. But I don't think that's DN. Or is it this? No. Oh, it's pinned now, because the number is still there. Okay, now I understand it. So it's negative 1.3, and if I go up, getting better. Gotcha. I'm gonna do it slowly so I don't fly past it and have to readjust it enough. Does it matter how far away it's getting? It would. I'm gonna bring this closer. Oh. Well, that's a 0 over there. I think that means I did it correctly. That's also 0, so I don't have to pin that as well. And then all I have to do is bring the orbits closer, I suppose, but not like directly aligned so they don't crash or something. I'm not going to change it unless someone says it's correct. should I bring the orbit closer to the green orbit? This inclination adjustment is just to get your orbit to your target orbit the same tilt. That I understood. It's usually a good thing to do when you want rendezvous. Mouse wheel, mouse click, mouse drag. While drag is brute force. Mouse click is somewhat finer. Mouse wheel is ultra fine. I could just click on this and it would do the same thing? They're rotating here. I feel like if I brought this in a little bit, it would bring it closer. But now it made the degree different. So I am just gonna not mess with this as soon as I get that back to 0. And then our rocket's way out here. Should I bring the node closer to us now so we don't have to wait a full orbit? I probably should. That's what I'm gonna do. Move it over here, and then we're gonna change the numbers again, because I know it messed with the orbit. Wrong way. Now we're going back. I should have left it where it was. Does it go up in both directions now? Relations at A or DN. But every time I moved, the DN moved. I didn't autosave before I did this. I'm gonna put a new one so I know where AN is. Or DN. Delete. I wanted to. There we go. More. Oh, there we go. Now I got the mouse wheel to work the way that you guys were describing it. Oh, there was 0. I saw it for a second. I am going to keep it like that. And I'm going to autosave. So I don't mess with it again. And then I have to wait until our orbit gets back to that point before I start doing the change, right? And then where do I have to face? I don't remember what color is the thing on here. I'm guessing it would be the purple one. But it might also be the blue one. I don't remember which color the node is when we do a maneuver. I think it's the blue weird triangle thing. But then again, this is orange, so I have no idea. I also don't have much rocket. The dark blue is the one that matches, but there was two blues, so I'm not sure which blue I need. There's this one, and there was a other one up here. Oh, that's purple. Never mind. I had the right one. It just happens to be on top of another purple. I think I needed a bigger rocket. Normal and maneuver marker overlap. The direction is the same. Okay. Now I just have to wait until we get to this point. I'm gonna fast forward slowly. Go to this one, because I should be able to see the rocket. There's a Ratadon, chat. I'm gonna try and catch that. Navball has a button. Since the plan is a pure normal burn, the dark blue marker is right near the normal marker. On the upper right, see a double arrow button? Yes, I do. What does this button do? That's a warp 2 button. Oh! And I warp 1 minute to it? Oh, that's smart. Okay. Okay, before I do this, and I actually turn on the burners, how do I know when to stop burning fuel? Hi, Tori. Will the icon just like disappear, or will it start to move when I get there? Congrats, Gino. When the blue matches the dotted line, so I should stay in this view as I turn on the throttle. And then turn off throttle when we get to that point. And I think I need to start throttling when we get to the exact maneuver point. Burn time 1 second. Okay, so that tells me, I think, how long I should. I am going to do quick save. And then we'll just focus on these two numbers, because I know that is how long until we get to the node, and then I'm guessing that is how long I burn in order to make these identical. I want to say that because it's a visual confirmation of what you want to do, the absolute correct value would be to watch your AN and DN node value. I had DN still started. I will pin both of them just so that we can keep watch. And then I think I have a correct understanding of these two numbers here in the bottom. Oh, didn't do that correctly, I guess. Try it again. I could also just stay in this view. Because this did change, so I'm guessing this icon goes down when I'm in the correct view. I just didn't know whether I should do full throttle to get to that point or not. I do have AN visible. And it just for you guys. Don't burn more than that number. If it goes down, okay. But the moment it goes up, stop. The burn time. That's what I was trying to do, but I did full throttle and I couldn't tell if I was doing it right. Okay, they look aligned to me. They're not completely exact. That was a little too far, I think. Guess I can just move to where the arrow is to put me back in the right angle. Go back to it, don't move away from it. I do a small burn. Not the burn time, the green bar. It's more or less perfect, just keep it. Or again. Also use shift, control shift for finer burns. That's what I was doing. Okay, so this is good enough. They're not exactly aligned, but it looks like it's equal around the whole entire area. From what I'm understanding. And then I want on you. Left click. Still set as target. Okay. Until I delete the maneuver mode. I mean, it still says 0, so I think we're okay. Aren't true AN DN numbers. It's 0.1 degree off, but I don't think that's too drastically different. I don't know if we necessarily need it to be exactly 0. I'm not going to do an autosave just yet, but I do want to speed up and see how close we get to catching the other rocket. 1/10 of a degree off, not too terrible. That's what I'm thinking. Yes, I do see that they are closer. I don't know if I have enough rocket to change, because this is the last of my rocket. I'm just going to see how close we can get with the changes. If anything, I'll have to take the rocket that's furthest out of the orbit back to the planet and then come back with another rocket with more stuff to burn. We're in a better position earlier, adjust them better. I'll do it again. I don't have a lot of engine to burn. Save manually, you can do a spacewalk. Tried doing that earlier and I couldn't get it the way that I was imagining it. Yeah, story, what do you want? What? You have food you can eat. Okay, so now I'm understanding that they're moving. I am pretty sure, unless I switch to the other rocket, that I need to take this rocket back. When was your last save? Right after I fixed the orbit to being a tenth of a degree off. Oh no, it's before. I thought it did it afterwards. How much does each rocket have? Well, this rocket only has that little bit of fuel left in. The other rocket has, I think, a tiny bit more, but not past the word liquid. We switch to it. It has even less. So this is the rocket that we want to use to switch the number. I'm going to stay in this view again. We're going to try and fix the APs. Hold on. You can meet both halfway. What do you mean by meet both halfway? Like make two maneuvers, one on this rocket, so that I can make this less. I don't know. I'm going to try to get this correctly. What I meant to do off. If I do a tiny bit more, I should get closer. No, I'm getting further away. After you do this maneuver, the lower rocket could increase its APO orbit, and the second can lower it, so they meet, then you only have to choose. Okay, now I understand what you meant. Let's see how badly I did this orbit first. Because if not, we're going to have to restart this maneuver. Cannot... What? Okay, now I... 0.6 is not what I want. I think I want a little bit better than 0.6. Lower left maneuver button. I know it brings me closer. This is what you meant. Is that what you want to see? That should be near correct. It was only 0.1 second before I stopped. So I'm hoping that's at least a tenth of a degree off. I delete this. It is a tenth of a degree, so I'm fine with that. It's hard to see stuff. Well, we got the first maneuver mode back to being just a tenth of a degree off. Now I need to figure out how to move the APs up. I honestly don't know how. Save there, that's fair point. Quick save. At the PE. That makes sense. I just click to the planet. I don't know which line I'm on. I can't tell with them being so... Oh, the color on the ball changes. Could also just do this. Move it around. Okay, by the way, before that, shape settings, scroll down to 2/3 or so. I didn't time warp anywhere. It's just been slowly running. I did move the node. I do not want to change any of the settings. Oh, I did not mean to move that. You know. Put another one right here. Just gonna play around with it, see what happens. I can just delete them and add a new one. That should be the PE for the blue. I guess bring this in. Oh, that's definitely the wrong way. That's better. That's one of them at least. I'm gonna time warp to this one, and then we'll go to the other rocket and fix that one. I just get up. Retro epi. I don't... You guys are using words that I don't understand. I don't play the game a lot. Pro or retro? I don't know if that means up, down. I don't know. This should be at least where I want to be. Get to that point. Okay. And in a little bit, I just need to burn for a few seconds. My symbol. You could also just use words that I understand instead of using the game. For a new player. Oh no, you mean the Rocket Encyclopedia. Okay, that should have brought us in enough. And then you're already at P, but I'm gonna make you do a full orbit first. I guess I need to switch to that rocket. Wait, okay. Why isn't it letting me what? Control locked. Why can't I get rid of it? I don't want to add another maneuver. I want to get rid of this one. There we go. Switch to Mark II. Okay. Now, this target. Then I just need to put a maneuver here, which I don't know why there's R. You want that as a target. I'll put a maneuver before P. I don't know which one. I'm just going to play around with it. I don't think that's this one. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to delete this node and place it back in. I don't know which one I need to move now. I didn't hit delete. Do I need them on the exact same orbit or just close to it? Because I don't seem to be getting closer. Close to is enough. That looks like it's almost the same. I'll keep that one. And we'll try to reach it. The rest will be time warp. Stop moving. Okay, time warp to this. We'll see if we have enough fuel to do this. For the rocket? That's how much is left, I guess. Still enough. Okay, we should be in line. Unless the rocket keeps rotating in a way I don't want it to. And we just have to wait another 30 seconds. Which I'm gonna do a slight speed through. So right now. And stop. Oh. Okay, I either went too far or just enough. Because the numbers started going up a little bit, but not too far. I think either way should be good enough. Judging by this, they are a lot closer than before. Can I get rid of the node, please? Why? Do I have to wait until it gets far enough away from the node, I guess? Then we just have to wait until the purple point, I guess, because they're closer than the orange points? I could have just did the X over here. That made more sense, okay. Do I have to do our plan at the orange or at the purple? There, I saved. This would probably be better to do it at intersection 2. They seem closer. Do I still have you at target? It is a rescue mission. Because I have to transfer crew between one vessel to the other for the Explore Kerbin. I would guess the purple is closer, just going off of looking. Lower left, the UI there has several tabs. Try the third tab down. To look at the rocket. I guess intersection 2 is smaller. No, it says intersection 1 is smaller. Fire near orange to get pink closer. Guessing in this one. Both of the... There we go. That just changes where they are. Click on the node, please. Why does it want to delete it? I don't want to delete it, I want to change it. Yeah, let's try this again then. They look pretty close to me on that one. If not, right on top of each other. A little bit separated. Is that close enough? Didn't mean to change that. Still different. And pin it. I have no idea what you got. I'm gonna guess is now that the purple is closer, we're fine. I just have to come back to this node. Okay, that should be fine. Don't right click. Okay, put this back in the right spot. And then hopefully we have enough to burn to do this. Probably should have looked at the other engine to see, or the other rocket, I mean. See how much fuel they still have left. Okay, that should bring us very close. I'm just trying to keep both rockets so I can keep somebody in it. Now I want to go to way over here. Keep forgetting that doesn't just pause. Which one of our rockets, let's do an autosave here. Which one of our rockets has the pilots? You have Bob Kerman. How do I see where the other rocket is? Oops. There we go. Here's the other rocket. That's the other rocket way out there? Oh, it really is. That's strange. I didn't think it was gonna be that far away. But I'm gonna fly past it, I think. I don't think there's any way I can catch up to it at this point. Oh, maybe. Surprisingly large when you look into it. Trying to slow it down. Also getting closer to it. Trying to aim where it's going to end up being and not where it currently is. It could also just go like this. Oh, that aims me directly at it, doesn't it? Maybe not. I should be able to reach it, I'm not used to the controls just yet. Gonna take a little bit of time before I can get to the right point. I'm pretty sure the purple icon is the ship itself on the nav ball. So I guess if I just keep aiming at it, I'll eventually get to the ship. I feel like aiming where it's going would be better than trying to aim directly at it. Double click. Oh, I thought I right did it already. Wait a sec. Move the green marker to the pink circle. What green marker? Did this one, the triangle looking one? I feel like that's aiming away from the rocket. Or do you mean go like this? The other green one. I don't see a green one. All I see is yellow and pink. I don't see it anymore. What happened? Can I get closer to this so I can see the rocket and mark it? Because if we're pointed this way, that means the rocket should be behind us. Or does that mean it's in front of us? No idea, let's reload. This is right before I set him out. Okay, before I let him off, where is the other rocket? You are who I want. Green monitors is slightly green on one, yellow on the other. The third. Okay. It should be over this way. Hey, every time I get out of the screen, the game closes. Oh, it's right there. Okay, just broke off. Now I need... like this? Yeah. I'm doing the wrong yellow circle? I should be doing this yellow circle, but with the other pink. Okay. Let me see if I can switch it over in time. It turned off. Gonna reload, try it again. And this time I'm gonna reload after I set them out. I don't have to keep switching them every time. Just did a save before I set him off. Hope that went back in. Didn't mean to do that. Okay. I also didn't set the rocket target. I need those two icons to be next to each other. They're not very cooperative. Hey, well, I was told two different directions to go. And I've tried both of them, and you guys keep saying that I'm still going the wrong direction. So I don't know what direction I'm supposed to be going, following what you guys want me to do. So before I even leave the rocket, do I want these two icons next to each other? The two that are currently on the nav ball. That's what I was trying to do just now. We're going to try it again. Did I make the rocket target? Make sure I did that. Seems like it's still a target, so I'm going to go off and try and get our circles matched up to that. So let's break off, press R. And now I'm going to use Control and Shift to try and get the circle closer to this because I can't see it at all. Is it even moving? Not moving at all. Okay. Good EVA, then set the ship as a thing. Now I'm back to them not being switched. Wonderful. But at this point, the rocket is not the target. Now it is. If I break off and switch, it should be correct. So this should be getting me close to it, if not exactly to it. I guess I just have to wait. Yeah, there it is. A little too fast, though. Helmet light? Okay, well, I want to put the yellow marker on this, I think. Not retro. I want retrograde on pink circle because I flew past the ship and I was going too fast. Trying to get back to it while slower. Retrograde on pink circle. That was what I was trying to do, and it didn't seem like I was moving anywhere. That should be right. I'm just... Every time I click outside of the game, it closes the game on my screen. I can't see anything. Oh, I don't have the target. I'm gonna do it again. This time I'm gonna save. Before I do this, how do I slow down how fast I'm going when out here? S is brake, thank you. Set as target. Go back to this view. I'm doing save now. Cannot quick save while carbons are on the lander, so do I have to break off and then save? Yes, I do. Okay. R. Those are the two wrong icons, so I need to go this way. And get these matched up, and then press S to brake. I think someone earlier said that 4 meters per second is good. That's what we're gonna do. Oops, that was the wrong button. Trying to fine-tune it. Think that's good? U for lights. Can't tell that they're on, but I do see that we're getting closer to the rocket. I can also now see the rocket. Purposely trying to make us go slower. Oh, that went way too far. Why is it jumping around so far? There we go. This rocket doesn't have the thing... No, it does, right there. So how do I get inside? That's the next question. Does it just show up with the B as board? Go to the door. How easy is it to rotate on the ship? And do I need to get the pilot out of this ship? Into here first. Oh, didn't want to do that. Stop. Ah. No. Pilot out first, go to the ship with the symbol. Okay, so now that I have the understanding of how to control spacewalk, we're going to do it one more time. I'm going to save immediately after touching the rocket. This should be right as I'm outside. Just to make sure I should still have the rocket as my target. The target. Oh, I'm also not touching the rocket. Okay. Trying to get us to slow down a tiny bit. So that we're not gonna hit it and bounce off. If that's a possible thing to happen. F4? Oh, that's right. That's the one that puts the icon. I was pressing the wrong button earlier trying to do that. Oh, stop. There we go. Quick save right here. I was trying to get to the latch. But I need to do what button again to switch? Brackets. And I switched out of the game, so now I can't see. There we go. Again, brings me to this guy. Doing slow movements to try and get me to face the right way. Too fast. The other icon. But then that makes me too fast. It's also making me too fast. Is it difficult? No, it's going too far away. Isn't the camera already behind him? If I quick load, it should be right when I'm touching the rocket, or at least close to it. And I am slowly going away from it. I'm doing the little taps to hopefully get back to it. Trying to keep my speed down. Pretty sure that's the latch right here. Did I get the person out of the rocket? No. No, I did. If I go to right here and shift. Is that not the door? The door on this side now? It is. Okay. That's not too bad, though. I'm just doing micro movements, so I'm not going too fast. Horizontal behind me. Should be close to the door. I can see it. B. There we go. We finally did it. Greatest achievement in all human history? Sure. You back in there. Click on you. Valentina is the pilot. I want SAS. Normally it's easier. Well, normally people have more experience when they play the game. So now I just have to get both of them back into the planet. So if I do the brackets, does it bring me to the other rocket? No, it doesn't. Did we get the whole contract done? We did not, because I need to get this rocket that I'm currently looking at back to the planet. The contract's not done. Oh, yes, it is done. But it said return to Kerbin from orbit, so I thought we had to get back to the planet. Rockets only work when you're in range. That makes sense. I was wondering why it didn't go between this rocket and the other rocket. Anyway. Drifting around my target, so this was at least successful. Thank you. So now, to get us back into planet, I don't go to this icon. Wait, do I? No, I should be going to the one with the X in the middle of it. Which would be way over here. I'm not gonna start the engine just in case I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure this means I go back to the planet. And then we'll come back for Jebediah. Save first, that's what I'm gonna do. I just wanted to make sure that I'm facing the correct icon, where it has the X in it. No, this isn't the right one? That's what I was thinking, it didn't seem right. Go to orbit, then it's correct. Yeah, I wasn't going to press space to start the engine yet. But I mean, we are going in the direction that we're orbiting, so isn't this the wrong way? Because I thought I had to go against where we're rotating, so facing this direction. Because we're currently going the direction the rocket is facing. Target name above negative. Oh, I get what you mean now. Okay. I did have the right understanding, I was just targeting the wrong thing. Oh, too fast. Fast. Go back. Do small rotations. Okay, so that should be the correct direction to get us back to the planet. If I click out of M, that makes sense to me. On the dark side of the planet, yeah. And my next question, because I forget, do I burn the engine when I get to the AP or when I get to PE? I don't remember. Fire on AP. Thank you. You answered the question as I asked it. What rock am I looking at? I want the blue line. So I'm going to warp to here. Burn at AP to lower PE. If I warp all the way over to here, it'll bring us close to it, and then I can readjust my angle. And then I'll do a quick save. That should be good. Quick save here. Should be facing the right direction. gonna do that. Trying to click on this so I know how close I am. And then I just need to press Z and not X, or space. That's all the rocket I have. And it does bring me in. Okay, that's good. We're gonna make it back. I didn't have too much leftover fuel, but I am at negative 39. That's kind of close to your 35. And what I'm going to do is fast forward us to over here. And then we'll come back for the other rocket. I want to be looking like... I'm going to try to rotate away from the planet, so when we come back down, I can break off this engine. Although I probably should be doing a nosedive to break off the engine so it doesn't hit us. We rotate back. I should have a heat shield on the front. Unless I'm thinking of the other rocket. I know I have a heat shield on the bottom. I'm going to try spinning around so that we slow down. That's getting very hot, just exploding. I'm guessing that's all the fins that were on it. The little guys can jump out and get home the old-fashioned way. If I press space, that should mean that all of the parachutes are deployed when they get to the correct height. I'm having such a hard time here. Trying to face the right way, but it doesn't want to make me go that way. I can't get to the circle. Lean back and enjoy the meteor. Okay, we're at least slowing down. Fuel tank symbol, top right. Okay, now I should be able to get back to it, but it seems like I'm stuck going completely sideways. Oh, there we go. There goes our first parachutes. So it should be a little bit easier to get to that circle, which it is. And I know it's going to keep moving because at some point we're going to do a new orientation, but it should change the moment our third parachute comes out. This was a personal build. I did not use someone else's rocket. I loaded one of my previous rockets and then changed it to be this rocket. I'm going to fast forward. Because at 2,000 meters, I should have the third rocket. Yep, there it goes. And I'm not going to make you guys wait this entire time doing the slowest speed. I am going to stop doing this fast speed around 100 meters so that the game doesn't log me as going too fast. And then we'll go back for Jebediah. Why? What does Y do? The rendezvous is one of the hardest things in this game. Well, if it wasn't for you guys explaining how to do everything, I probably wouldn't have never got done. So thank you for your help. Okay, I wasn't sure. Because you guys were saying different buttons to press earlier. I was like, does Y make this speed up and I don't have to wait? I wasn't sure for a second there. Okay, recover this vessel. I misunderstood when you said Y. We get a little bit of science from this. This isn't the rocket that has all the science in it. It's the one that Jebediah is still in. If I go back, we're now going to try and get Jebediah home. And I want this to be surface. And I want to point away... I don't have SAS. Oh, Jebediah is not in the pilot seat. I was wondering why I couldn't move. Okay. Now I should be able to actually rotate the rocket. Oh, I want to go a little bit to the left. Great. Why is it moving again? Okay. I want to fast travel to here. And then I know we're going to have to move the rocket again. I just thought that this would be a little bit closer to the perfect spot. Oh, I wasn't looking at the icon. And I didn't quick save. We can do this? Okay. I need to rotate us again. A little too fast there. Okay, that should be near perfect. I'm not going to try to get it exactly centered. We only have a little bit of fuel, though, so hopefully... I mean, we're only 3 kilometers above gravity, or whatever else you would call it. It is 73 kilometers. So we have a little bit of fuel. It should get me below 70, and then we'll just have to figure out where we're going to go. But, right, am I right in assuming as long as I go below 70 kilometers, I'm fine with going back to the planet? It just might be a weird orbit type thing. I don't think I have enough fuel to get it to a positive 35, or even to negative 35. I'll do this so I can see it. So I am just going to do full throttle and hope that we get below. Wait a couple more seconds. No. Oh, easy. Okay. I didn't realize how quickly it would change. Okay, so I'm going to fast forward this much. Go into this orientation. And then slow us down, because I want... Go to this icon to break off the engine. And then switch us around, because hopefully that'll break off the engine from us, like it did. Now, this rocket does not have a heat shield at the top. And it also has all the science, so I'm trying to keep the top safe. By going this orientation, hopefully. Because we have a heat shield right here, but not up here underneath the parachute. Welcome in, Willow. No, I did not remember to click the button to favor the lizards. Your buttons left of the nav ball. Yes, what did they do? Oh, they tell me to... Okay. So if I click on it, it automatically puts me there. Thank you. I didn't know what they were for. I tried clicking on them before. I guess I just wasn't orientated the right way or doing something correctly to where I couldn't click on those buttons. At least this makes sense. Fourth stream. I go to target. We took a second rocket into orbit, and we rescued one person from Rocket 1, put them in Rocket 2. We landed Rocket 2. This is now Rocket 1, and we're trying to get it back because it has all of our science stored in this little compartment here. So we had 2 rockets in orbit. We switched a person from one rocket to the other, and that pretty much took the entire stream. If overland the upper middle display, there is a water symbol. That's true, I forgot to change that. I'll just do that in case we are. I think we're gonna go and land in water, but I'm not entirely sure exactly where we're gonna end up being. And that's the rocket engine that we cut off, so it's a good thing I took that off earlier. He's a maniac. Thanks. We are taking some... What's going on here? Why are we turned? Ran out of EC? Maybe. I mean, this damage bar is going up and down, so I'm not entirely too concerned with it. I am going to put out my parachutes now. I know they don't deploy until later on, but just so that they save us in the last second, I'm hoping this will help us. At least we're slowing down. We didn't have anything burn off. We did have heat damage on a few parts, but nothing bad. I don't know what that is. Oh, Mark II debris. Okay, so we'll try and recover that later. But now I am going to fast forward a little bit. There goes the first 2 parachutes. So we are going to land in water, so I'm going to switch this back to the water. Second parachute should be coming out. Alright, I should say third parachute at this point. Right about now. And then all 3 of them are fully deployed now. Okay. And then, unfortunately, I will have to do a short stream today. We'll be coming back to this on Wednesday to try and do our drive-by or flyby of Mun. Because I share one vehicle within our family, and my mom is going to need me to pick her up from work in about 30 minutes. So we'll pick up everything from around the globe. I should probably slow down so we don't crash into the water. Aren't really damaged, they just show how close you are to a kaboom. That's what I assumed. Okay, recovered a vessel. This should have a lot of science on it. And by a lot, I mean more than like 5. We did get quite a bit. We got 34.4 science just from the stuff that we did in space and also getting this rocket back to ground. So we now have up to, well, we have 66 here. So we must have had 0.6 before, no. I don't know. Whatever that math is, that's how much we had. We got a lot of money. We got some reputation. We now have everyone here, but I'm going to go into tracking station, see if we can get all of the debris from around. That's a new icon. Haven't seen that before. And I don't see the icon for any debris. I don't see any in space around the globe, so I think we're actually cleaned up completely. I'm guessing, would debris be in tracked objects, or do I have to actually track them to see them? I would imagine I'd have to track them to see them. But anyway, looks like we're all cleaned up. So I'll get out of here. We're going to take a look at our science to see if we can get anything that would help us further. We have 66, so that's not enough for any of these stuff. We will at some point need landing. To land on moon. Or I could probably do it with the stuff that I have. Launch escape system? Oh, functioning rocket, okay. I don't think I would need advanced rocketry. Although it does give me a bigger fuel tank. And again, can't do anything in here. We probably should get this, because it would help us with our plane control, and it also gets us to landing. I do have Terry. Terry should be either general rocketry or earlier in basic rocketry. Swivel? Wait, where is it? I could have sworn we used it. Oh no, it's right here. It is the next one. Terrier. We could come back for this, but I do want landing. I think we'll definitely go off of what's chat saying with advanced rocketry, because if it makes it easier to go into orbit and space travel faster, we should probably do that on top of whatever else we were trying to do. This is also only flight control, as it says, so this is probably the more important one. We'll have that unlocked. We'll come back for flight control and then landing, because landing also will help us with our plane itself, which I gave up on because I didn't have a good control over the plane. Just a question, can an engineer put solar panels on a probe that may or may not have solar panels because of Kerbal incompetence? You mean after the probe is already being used? Can you add them to it? I don't think you can add things to a probe after it's been assembled. I don't know too much about the engineer, so I'm not sure. Chat would know more than I do, because this is my only 4th time playing the game. Okay, let's see if there's any cool mission control stuff beforehand. There is Explore Moon, which I understood, or guessed that would be the next thing. Test hydraulic detachment manifold on suborbital trajectory over Moon. Okay, so we're gonna have a bunch of things involving Mun. Can somebody explain more in depth what escape trajectory means in terms of the game? If I tested this decoupler while in orbit of our planet, would that count as being out of... Would that count as this? Anything, I don't care, just give her a treat and a pet pat for good old lady. I will give her more treats. I do have her bowl right in front of me. Right in front of the camera, I mean. Ori. She's sleeping right now. He's also old enough that I'm not sure if she's going deaf. I haven't tested that yet. Escape trajectory means you're going to leave Kerbin's gravity entirely on your way to orbit around the sun. Okay, so that's something to not worry about for a while. Sorry. I don't know if you guys could hear me shaking the box, but I was trying to get her attention. I'll give her some of her regular ones, because this is pretty much her food for during the day until dinner time, since she doesn't eat her breakfast. We'll be getting different flavors in 3 days on Thursday? I think I should have 2 more days worth of the cans that she doesn't like. Which she does eat a little bit while I'm sleeping, and then when she wakes up, she doesn't... When I wake up, she doesn't eat them anymore. Anyway, I don't really want to take these off yet, because if I can get a decent plane, they might be good enough to do this stuff. It is the temperature stuff, so I'm not sure if I can do that with our current plane. But if I go back and we take a look at our plane... I don't think it's still in the hangar, I think I have to load it. Yes, I do. So, our current plane... These are the same. So this is our best usable plane so far. And what I'm going to do when we come back and actually have something that we can work with is change how this looks. I kind of want to move these on the tail fin, because I don't think this is doing what I imagined it was. I think that just gives us some directional control. But anyway, that's what we're going to do. Our next plan for Wednesday's stream is to, of course, go into orbit around our main planet, and then at least, at a minimum, do a flyby of Mun. If we can also get into orbit after doing a flyby, so it's going to be 2 different rocket missions. One is drive-by, one is orbit around Mun. Then we'll, of course, do Mun. I'm not entirely sure if we're going to be able to make both trips within one stream. Seeing how long it took me to do one space travel, or spacewalk, moonwalk, whatever we want to call it. I don't know how much time we'll have to do 2 space missions. So anyway, we're going to find out someone to read out to. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to catch me live, I stream on Twitch on Mondays and Wednesdays from 10 AM to 12:30 PM EST, and on Saturdays from 10 AM to 2 PM EST.